Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world and the world of TFNN as we do each and every Monday at 25 past the second hour. We have our man, Mr. Ken Hoover. Ken is the editor of the New America page at Investors Business Daily as well as investment.com. And if you haven't got either your 2-week digital edition, investors.com, or the print edition of Investors Business Daily, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. Bottom line, right in the middle of the carousel, you can click it, get it right now, get a great education each and every day. Ken Hoover, what's going on?
Well, I'm doing pretty good out here. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Bottom line, we get a 4-day work week. That's a beautiful thing.
It is, sure is.
The market is got some volatility, which I always like.
Yeah.
So we are basically under pressure now, right?
Yes, our current outlook is a rally under pressure. Today was not a very good day. The market came back partway in the afternoon, but on the NASDAQ anyway, the volume was higher than yesterday, so you have to count it as a distribution day.
Okay.
Since our March 14th follow-through day, the market really hasn't made a lot of progress.
Yeah, I guess when we take interesting. I see. So even I see. Okay, the follow-through is the 14th. Okay.
Yeah.
So when, the leaders, how are the leaders holding up?
Well, today only 10 of the 10 stocks out of the IBD 50 were up. A couple of notable stocks, though, were Sina. SINA is the ticker. It's a Chinese company that has a Twitter-like service that apparently is quite successful. It was up 8%. I couldn't find any news on it. And Lululemon, the yoga retailer, was up 4% on an analyst recommendation. Both stocks hit new all-time highs, and on good solid volume.
Look at that, huh? That is, we talked about this before. That Lululemon is definitely a demographic too.
Yes, it is. I agree with that completely.
That's amazing. Yeah. Wow. And, that's pretty impressive for the type of day that we had out here.
Yes, it is. A couple of the stocks that didn't do very well, though, today. A lot of the commodity-based stocks, I think oil was down today. Gulfport Energy, GPOR, was down quite a bit, as was Silver Wheaton, SLW. So there's the companies that sort of track commodities did not have a good day.
Yeah, and you got some, Silver Wheaton, that's a little hammering volume-wise, too, 22 million. Yeah,
yes, it did, yeah.
Interesting. Now, when we look at the market right now, and you've been giving us a great education, because you've been leery anyway. You explained to us that there were higher bases that are out there right now. So what should investors be doing right now?
Well, caution is the word of the day. If you must buy a stock, and maybe you shouldn't, buy it at exactly the right buy point. People who've been following our advice for some time are probably not very heavily invested anyway, and they're very quick to take their profits or take a small loss rather than wait for it to become a big loss. And some of them probably aren't even in the market at all. So I would just be very careful. Take losses quickly. Don't even wait for the 7% rule, and don't get aggressive.
Yeah.
Or even stay out of the market entirely.
Well, you know what? I know that's great advice, and it's easier said than done, though, for anyone that's in the market, isn't it?
Well, it is, although most people probably have not made a lot of money this year. I think the general indexes are up a little bit, but it's been very choppy and difficult market to make a profit in.
Yeah. I guess, but if you take a look at some of these equities, even though it's been choppy, there's no doubt about that. We take a look at the S&P. The S&P, we're still where we were in November, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty amazing. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be an interesting year how, we had the S&P, downgrade, not down, yeah, they basically went to negative on the government debt, and the dollar takes off. That was pretty wild, huh?
That is. I'm not sure why that is today, but it looks like the market did not have a good reaction to that S&P announcement.
Yeah. Now, after the close, Ken, Texas Instruments, that's getting hammered right now. That's down $1. That closed at $34.79. They're basically, it's not the end of the world, but they didn't seem to make their numbers also.
Well, some of the technology companies have not really had that good a year, a good a quarter. I think there's been some other tech companies, and And several of the leading stocks so far have not really had outstanding earnings report. It'll be interesting to see what Apple does when they report.
Yeah, no doubt. So the word of the day is caution, right?
Yes.
That's a beautiful thing. Well, listen, man, we always appreciate all your help. And, of course, folks, you can come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see right in the middle of the carousel, investors.com. You hit that, you get your 2 weeks free right here, right now. And, of course, don't forget, next Monday, you stay tuned right here. We got our man, Mr. Ken Hoover, at 25 past the second hour. Ken, you have a great week, safe week, and, of course, we look forward to speaking to you next week.
See you next week.
Awesome, man.